osooka n'olaba IP address eri mabega ga eyo tenda ku kifaananyi kye nkugambye onsindikira. Sometimes kale nze mbadde nzimanyi naye nga mbadde njagala utegeere manye ekintu ky'olabye n'ekyokoze kiba kiri beta onfuna. Kati after getting the IP address behind the router, you open any Google browser, whether Spotify, whatever you open, either what Bing, Omaroji opening, then on the search bar or where you can put any link, you put that IP address on it, whether you're using a phone or a computer. Then after doing that, you will get this dashboard. After clicking enter, you'll get this dashboard. Then here we have a PPPoE, we have dynamic IP address and static IP address. For the PPPoE, that means you have to know the IP addresses for the ISP or the password and the ISP name. Okay? So after knowing that, then you put your Wi-Fi name and password, but we don't need those. We don't have them. Most of the times, the ISP internet service providers, they don't provide all of that content and all the stuff. Anyway, you may know the name of your ISP and the password which you're using for your router, but not to always ask those. Let's first check the static IP address also. Here they are asking for us the IP addresses which we can put in a range for that routers to work in. The default gateway, the subnet mask, the preferred DNS, and the alternate. Here, like we are always having the preferred. It's .8.8.8.8. But this, for the alternative, you can use 8.8.4.4 or 4.4.4.1.1, such as stuff. But we don't need all those. They are going to keep us in time. So you come, mainly, you come on dynamic. Are you seeing dynamic IP address? Hello? Your computer is freezing, bro. It's now responding. So let's click on dynamic IP addresses. Then there is here where they are saying tips. One port, this is wide area network port, is disabled. Please connect an Ethernet cable with internet connectivity to the port. So here you don't need to connect to provide it with internet. Okay, so let's go on wireless. Here you can put the SSID of your hotspot business, like how it's written in the MikroTik. Right there, the SSID of your Wi-Fi name and how it's written. Where there is a space, where there is a capital, do that. Yes. Wandikawo. Yes, please. Kale nawe gye bali. Lindako, waliwo gwe ndiondaga katono. I will give you time later. Okay? That's the name, Okay. Then there you're done, eh? Then here, after putting the SSID, that's the SSID, we give the same name within the loaders so that they don't always ask you the vouchers. When you give different name where there is a space, you don't put a space. When someone moves from one loader to another, will be asked another voucher. That's what we call seamless roaming. Okay? So after doing that, then we click OK. Then you wait for the dashboard. We have enabled it in the DHCP mode. The internet service router is always connected with the DHCP. Okay? So the next thing here, this is the DHCP. It's always enabled, and the internet service provider is not enabled. So whenever you're doing anything, you have to disable it so that it can move internet very well. Okay? We are looking for the DHCP. Here we are just seeing Wi-Fi schedule. When you click on it and enable it, that means it will reach a time and always be off. So you just leave them like that. For the security, the MikroTik is the one which will be giving security. You don't need to put password. Okay? Then we go to bandwidth. No need here. The phones when connected, they are always shown here. If you want to delete them, you can. Like if you're using this router alone. Then here, no need. Basically, we have to look for the DHCP. Your internet is not stable, bro. Here, automatic maintenance, some of the times they are showing if the function is enabled, the router reboots during this time frame, this time interval. Every day when the traffic is less than 2 kbs, you can just leave it, no need. If you want to reset what you have done, here, if you want to upgrade the firmware, like to put it on the latest version of firmware, you can do that so that it can operate well. To reboot the router you've seen. Then what we are looking for mostly, this is where the magic is done. When you're doing router chaining, you have to disable this DHCP server so that it doesn't always backfire these IP addresses into the MikroTik. Okay? When we disable it, it will also hide all these IP addresses so that it doesn't assign other APs with IP addresses in that range connected to this network. Since it's a wired network from one router to another, it will keep on sharing IP addresses from router within routers. And if a device is connected to it, it will keep on logging it out, not working very well. Even you see, if the function is disabled, the router stops assigning IP addresses to clients. Okay? That's the main thing where magic is done. Whenever you give it a name, then you have to disable the DHCP server so that it can work very well. You see, now the IP addresses are hidden after unticking it so that it doesn't assign IP addresses. You see? So there you save. Whether you change it into a router mode or you just leave it in access point mode, the main issue is done on the DHCP. Even though you leave it here like this, no matter what. But the main issue is on the DHCP. We normally find it in the administration. Okay, are we done with TP with Tenda? your router wait there. Even though you connect it, no device can get connected to it. Reason being, it doesn't give any SSID, any IP address to that router. Then when you're disabling DHCP, you have to make sure you've disabled LAN ports, local area network perimeters. These are the networking stuff we are using like for small industries. If it's a wide area network, like how you see Savannah MTN, they are targeting wide area network. For their DHCP sometimes is disabled, you can leave it. But for this, we are in local area network. So on the routers, you don't need to put any cable in the wide area network. WAN on the router. Don't put any cable into it because its DHCP is enabled. Are we together? Now that one is done. You save and that's it. You put another one, you do the same thing. Then you have now connect the TP link. We do the TP link.